You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I hope you have a good day.
Hope you have a better week.
I hope your month is full of successful days and a lot of great ventures. I hope you just come up, brother.
I hope your whole fucking year is spectacular.
Oh, you hope my year is spectacular.
Yeah.
You got something you want to say to me?
You got something you want to say?
You smell great.
You smell great.
What up, family? It's your boy Amaru, and we are back. It has been a minute. I got married. I had a match.
Whoa. What?
Wait,
what?
What? Yeah, I did get married. But
I saw you like 2 weeks ago. What?
I got married back in September, the beginning of September. But it's been that long since I've had an episode of One Gotta Stay. But I am very happy to be back with this Halloween episode. I had to come back before Halloween, and I had to come back to this one because there is a special Schmodown exhibition match going on the Skybound Expo this Friday with two of our panelists on Final Girls. So this week we are going to be choosing between four phenomenal Final Girls about whose career would we save. I'm saving the wife. Of course I'm saving the wife. But we are choosing between Jamie Lee Curtis, Neve Campbell, Sigourney Weaver, and I always throw in a wild card. So my wild card for this episode is Anya Taylor-Joy. But before we get into it, I'm going to introduce our esteemed panel. And I'm going to start down here. This lovely lady here heard the panel and decided there is one person who needs to be on the show. And Christina told me if I don't get Melissa, she's going to hit me. So Melissa, thank you for keeping me safe. How are you feeling about tonight and what we're about to get into?
This is a little overwhelming because I changed my mind like 10 times making this list because all four of these ladies are awesome. But I'm happy to be here.
All right. Now, moving over to one half of the contest on Friday. An expert in Final Girls, an expert in all things apparently. First time on the show. Very happy to have her, Janine the Machine. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Next to her, I see her like every week. Talk to her just about every day. It's the Boston Badass. She's been waiting for an episode to get on the show that would work for her, and I immediately hit her up. Horror episode. Let's go. How you feeling, Paige? How you feeling about the choices?
I'm excited. I'm so happy. We finally figured out what show I could be on. So, because once you told me you did this, I just harassed you until you could find me a show to do it. So we found the right one, and I get to be with all these awesome people. So thank you.
And so specifically for you, because you're going to ask this question eventually or screw up, yes, you can fucking curse.
Okay, good.
So
I should have asked that beforehand.
You can.
Hold on, you said yes or no?
Yeah, curse all the way.
Yeah, okay, we're good then.
All right. Above her is the other half of the match coming on Friday. Please do not forget that Video Drew is one word. Mm-hmm. It must be known, but we have Video Drew. How are you doing? How you feel about tonight's list?
Good. I feel trepidatious about the term Final Girl, so it's really funny that I've been like involved with all this Final Girl stuff this year. Because I think it's a strange term with like a storied history of how we got here to this thing. But I'm here for it. I like the 4 picks. I think that book is great. If you haven't read Grady Hendrix' Final Girl Support Group, did I recommend that to you? It's so good.
That's why I have it. I'm only on page 20 because all I do is study movies. Yeah, but I will get there.
It is a fantastic book by Grady Hendrix. Everyone pick that book up. It is a fictional book about what if all the Final Girls got together and had like a support club for each other. So I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, my man, he's been on a couple ones. He was on last year's Halloween episode, so I had him back on for this one. Bill, Philadelphia, if you haven't watched the Unearthed episode that just came out, go watch that. How you feeling, sir?
Great. It's nice to always be the living embodiment of we need a fifth. And also now my name can be changed to one of these things is not like the other. So it's going to be, yep. king of the hot takes, I guess, or bad takes, or whatever it's going to be. I will probably yell a lot. I apologize in advance.
The more yelling.
What male rage? What
True.
male rage?
I mean, not exclusively, you know, sometimes I'm fine.
That's part of it, but it's really Bill rage. You know, Bill. Bill rages. So just to be very clear, because I've had people ask me this question, and I really hope they didn't make their list based off of this. This is saving their entire careers. The foundation is the what we know them as, but whoever we keep, the entire careers of the rest of the ladies are gone. And this, I think, has kind of been usually what happens. You have a clear two and a clear bottom, but you don't know where to put them. But we'll see how it goes. And let's just get straight into it. Paige, who's your number 4?
Oh, golly gee, you made me go first.
I did.
All right. I guess I'll throw this one under the bus right away. I do love her filmography. I think she's great. She has a lot of underrated films. But I'm going to go with Anya Taylor-Joy. She's still a baby. She has some time to grow to be a final girl, I think. So, I mean, she's 25, right? We're all older than her. But yeah, for me, I mean, the only movie I could really think, I know we're talking about the whole filmography, but for me, when deciding this, I decided to go with more of like the final girl like vibe that they bring to the table. I mean, she's amazing in Split. Like, that's definitely her final girl performance. And I mean, you asked me which one should be the wild card, and I got to help you pick it, so I was excited.
You did.
But I mean, maybe if Last Night in Soho already came out, maybe my mind would change. But for me, I'm going with the one and only Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm sorry, girl. I do love Thoroughbreds. If anyone's ever seen that movie, go check it out.
Thoroughbreds is really good.
So good.
The
And
fact
Yelchin's
that she's
one of
a
his last roles.
fellow, the fact that she's a fellow Argentinian, this hurts my heart. Does anybody else also have Anya Taylor-Joy as their number 4?
I do as well.
I do too.
It breaks my
Not
heart
alone.
too.
Yes.
No, Tony. No.
Why do you got to put that up there?
Why is Anya Taylor-Joy y'all number 4?
I mean, ultimately, it just came down to quality and quantity a little bit.
Yeah.
She has some great movies, but ultimately, she is young in her career, and it was just hard to justify like a few movies versus all the other actresses just have so much more. Ask me this prompt maybe in 5 years, maybe she'd be my number 1, but I don't know.
Yeah, same thing. Definitely just a smaller filmography. And the films she has compared to some of the others on the list, those are movies that I would have a really tough time giving up. What she kind of has, while it's great and she's great in it, I wouldn't miss as much as some other things from these other actresses. So
Yeah, exactly. I've even used her as a strength in the fan leagues. Like, I love her.
yeah.
Scott Harvey would be really mad at you, Melissa. I think this is one of the first times I've ever actually used potential as not having her as my number 4.
Wow. Okay.
Because I am really excited for what she has coming. She's the best thing in New Mutants. And Queen's Gambit is just utterly amazing. So it helped her out a little bit on that. So not my number 4, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and go straight over to this video. Drew, who is your number 4?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want Anya Taylor-Joy for the exact same reason. I feel like her potential in the future is so good. And plus The Witch, man, come on. I can discount The Witch. I had to go with this and I love her to death, but I'm going with my girl Neve.
What?
Because I can live without, and as great as the Scream movies are, I can live without the Scream movies and I can live without The Craft. But I feel like there's so much potential here with Anya Taylor-Joy, whereas Neve, I feel like she's sort of like limited in her scope of what she's done. So like the ripple effect of like losing all the movies that Anya Taylor-Joy might potentially be in the future. I feel like I had to make a call here.
Yeah,
I really thought we were friends. I really thought we had similar.
I mean, I'm friends with the new screenwriter. I just feel like I can't like in good conscience just be like Neve Campbell's whole filmography of like 5 movies is going to beat out.
I mean, what about Wild Thing? What nonsense? Guys.
Yeah, I can live without Wild Thing in the sense that I've lived my entire life without Wild Thing.
exactly.
how I feel right now.
This is exactly why Neve Campbell is also my number 4. Anybody else?
I get it. But
Yes.
Scream
Neve
is like
amazing.
I'm a Janine. Yeah.
I am
Yes.
Bill's saying he was the odd person out here. I am the odd person out because horror is not my thing. Horror is not my thing. So a lot of this is actually not too much. It's based in their horror franchises, and Scream 1 is amazing, and I enjoy Scream 4, but I never go back and watch any of them, like at all. And the other 3 have movies I go back and watch consistently. So I Scream is not enough for me. I saw it. I don't need to see it again. I'm okay. Bill, what about you?
I fucking hate Scream. With the burning hate of a dying son.
You need to leave the stream now.
I will not. I was polite. I listened to everybody have a stroke fest with Scream. It's my turn. Thank you. Thank you for being polite. Scream is just everything wrong with horror. It ruined the slasher genre for me. It turned it into a joke that disappeared up its own ass. And then it drove that joke into the ground. And then it dug up a horse, kicked it, and reburied it. And then the thing that pisses me off more is because that movie made a bajillion fucking dollars, it rippled out and started ruining everything else. That's how we...
What?
That's how we get Halloween H2O, which was kind of okay, don't get me wrong, but we're getting into that whole, all right, let's make fun of it, and then it's like this whole meta humor thing. And because of H2O, we got Resurrection, which is the second worst Halloween movie ever made. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm actually not sorry.
Wait. How do you assume that H2O got us to Resurrection? Because they're like on completely different continuums, and I think
no, they're the same.
H2O
They're the same
made so much
timeline.
money.
Yeah.
They did Resurrection.
H2O and Resurrection are
they both Miramax?
Yeah.
I mean,
No
I don't see exactly the linkage there. That's like saying we did Season of the Witch, and that's why we have like the Revenge of Michael Myers.
I would love more seasons of the Witch.
I love it too. I'm just saying I don't see like the
fucking hate that one.
H2O.
H2O is like the best Halloween sequel.
Yeah, I also don't see H2O
It's
leading
good.
into Resurrection because those two
It
things
does.
are
Well, what happens at the end of H2O is the beginning of Resurrection.
I
Where they
understand that.
retcon and shit on it and ruin it.
Yes,
I
they
think
do.
it's literally, if you watch the end of H2O, not to like be pedantic, but if you watch the end of H2O, it's very clear that that's not
just
Michael
act like-
Myers. Like that's some guy who's trying to take the mask off. So they clearly had it in mind when they did it.
I've never seen a franchise more willing to burn down all their own goodwill constantly.
H2O or Scream?
Also, Halloween 4 is the best Halloween sequel.
Wait, are you saying H2O?
Are you talking about Curse and Michael Myers?
No.
No.
That's
I was saying you need to
terrible.
leave right now.
Sick.
No, 4.
Okay, yeah.
The Revenge of Michael Myers.
Return.
Return. Revenge of 5.
I'm guessing none of us care about Party of 5 because I don't at all.
what do you guys say for
Not so much.
I used to
Okay.
watch that back in the
Or
day when I was a
Skyscraper. I know it's hard for us to live without Skyscraper. but,
wait,
you
no, if
know.
you're
Okay,
if your
Scream is the
answer was-
ultimate film. Just throwing that out there. That is
Yes,
the
I
ultimate
agree.
horror film. I'm sorry. It's got the humor. It just talks about other horror movies. Like, how would you want to get rid of the ultimate, like, what?
Well, especially if you seems like you hate Halloween more than you hate Scream.
No,
So
I
why
love
are you
Halloween.
go-
Don't get me wrong, but I really loathe Scream. I really do. I understand I am alone in that opinion, and you know what? I've made peace with my Lord. It is
Apparently
fine.
not.
I thought you liked
Florence
fun
doesn't
though.
like it either.
Wait,
So-
I
but,
do
how
like
you
fun.
blame Scream for Halloween's mistakes just because Kevin Williamson wrote the script for H2O and Scream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Scream ruined the entire slasher genre.
I would argue
Forever.
Kevin Williamson ruined it for you, but not.
Yeah.
Not
Plus,
Scream.
also, there's a better version of Scream, and it's called New Nightmare.
I do
No,
love New
Not
Nightmare.
related
Yes.
at all.
Nope. I'm still just gonna say
In
Scream.
the ghost of someone's night terror doesn't come to life out of like the meta commentary and like start killing people. That's just like never happened in the movie Scream.
I'm wearing pajama pants just for the heads up.
Also, I did go back and watch it over the weekend just to make sure I was wrong. I forgot Rose McGowan's in it. Immediate negative 900 stars because she's a sack of shit. So
What? Death Proof? I wish Death Proof was on the, like, one of the chicks from Death Proof was on this list because that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I'm sorry, maybe I don't like transphobes that hang out with Tucker Carlson.
Okay, I didn't know she was like that. I'm just
She
saying
is
I
like
like
that.
Pretty
the
bad.
movie.
Wow. I feel like we're getting away
Well,
from
she dies. She dies, so it's fine.
Yeah, she does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She does pretty
I feel like we're not judging the movies by people's recent. We can't do that right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not what this is.
But it seems like the bottom two were pretty set because that's already the force. With that, me, Video, Drew, and Bill all got rid of Neve Campbell first. And Janine, Melissa, and Paige got rid of Anya first. So with that, Janine, you're number 3. We're just going to keep this going. Who's your number 3?
Yeah, it was Neve as well. I absolutely love the Scream franchise. I love those movies. So that's kind of what kept her out of the bottom for me, because it was hard to give up that franchise. Her other movies, I think maybe there's like 3 other movies I can think of that she's done. I absolutely love The Craft as well. That was a hard one to give up. I'm always kind of one to look for representation in movies since I was little. So to have a Black character in The Craft, that made that movie kind of special for me as well. So that was a tough one to give up. So because of The Craft and how much I love the Scream franchise, it was harder to give her up than Anya. So I kept her at 3.
Did anybody else have Neve Campbell at number 3?
No.
No. So you know what? We're just going to go ahead. Melissa, keep this moving. Who is your number 3?
My number 3 is Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh.
I struggled with this though a lot. She kind of went back and forth as my number 2, number 3. It ultimately came down to I just haven't seen enough of her movies. And I feel like the Halloween franchise, just comparing it to the Scream franchise, I prefer the Scream franchise.
Trading places.
True lies. Somebody
haven't seen it. Haven't seen it.
So good. So good.
Oh,
But Halloween. What?
does anybody
Prom
know-
night.
She was the Scream Queen. No, was it Final Girl? No, she was a Scream
Queen.
Yeah,
They're
that's
both
what she
they're
was,
like
yeah.
interchangeable, essentially.
Yeah.
The way people use
Yeah.
them.
Does anybody else have Jamie Lee Curtis as their number 3?
Yep.
Video Drew as well. Why Video Drew? Why do you have Jamie Lee Curtis as your number 3?
It's to get
And to make it really clear, because we know who your other 2 are, you switched her to number 3.
I switched her. I just switched her to number 3. And I think that's based on maybe a little bit of recency bias. I thought Halloween Kills was trash. And I mean, Trading Places, A Fish Called Wanda. These are all great movies, but like, could I live without them? Like, and True Lies. Yeah, I could like live without them. And I think she's cute. She's a really fun actress. She's always been sort of like game, and Halloween was like an awesome way for her to, jumpstart her career. Because he wanted to make Carpenter wanted to do an homage to Janet Leigh, and so he hired her daughter. But I don't know, something about that little, I guess maybe that little twist of like Hollywood nepotism makes me like a little bit like, okay, she's great and she's wonderful, but like I could live without her movies, as opposed to the final 2 I have on my list. And coming up,
I agree. I agree.
That hurt. Trading Places is one of my favorite movies of all time, and
Yes.
is going to be
Yes.
probably one of my favorite movies to ever come out. So that is really painful. I used to watch A Fish Called Wanda so much.
Yeah, that's a great
As a
movie.
child.
I do love that movie.
I don't want to live in a world without, Freaky Friday. I'm just saying.
Right?
You know?
It's great.
Yeah.
Also, we got
Nonsense.
season 1 of Scream Queens, which is like one of the best like seasons of television I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry.
What are you
I
talking
enjoy
about?
I like
I
trash.
didn't dig it either. I
Okay.
can tell because you don't like Scream. So nonsense.
But like Ryan Murphy's shit is like basically just Scream light. So I don't understand how you like Ryan Murphy.
I don't know. It's actually talented
Not-
and funny. I don't know.
Like,
So.
sorta. It's like all like if all your references were just about other stuff that you did, then like that would be like his version of Scream. It's just like he only references his own material.
I knew this was going to be on my whole night. It was just going to be.
Well, we appreciate your honesty. We appreciate your honesty.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Paige, I'm sorry to put you back on the hot seat, but you're back on the hot seat, so you got to go again. Who is your number 3?
All right, so Now looking back on my list, maybe I should have done some changes instead of sending you my list within 5 seconds of you asking me about it. But you know what? Because I just looked at this and their filmography and I was like, fuck. But I'm going with Sigourney Weaver.
Boy, if you don't get
Sam Levine had
Trash.
to teach me how to say her name correctly. So if I ever got a question on her, I'd be good to go.
Wait,
say
you didn't know how to say Sigourney Weaver's name?
I would have the toughest time saying Sigourney. I'd always say like Sigourney. I don't even know how I would say it. I've learned to say it the right way though. Sigourney.
Okay.
I would say it very wrong. I don't know why. Don't judge me. Maybe it's the accent. I don't know.
I'm judging you for putting her at number 3.
3, yes.
I-
Judgment is happening. But go ahead. Why?
Hate is gonna
in your
hate.
5 minutes of thinking did
All
you
right.
have Sigourney Weaver at number?
Okay, I love Alien and Aliens. She's great in that. She's definitely a final girl in that. But not the biggest fan of Avatar.
You really could give up Ghostbusters? Like, really? Really?
Ghostbusters.
Hot take, I really
Really?
don't care about Ghostbusters at
Cabin
all.
in the Woods.
That hurts.
You would give
What?
up
You said
Heartbreakers?
Cabin in the Woods?
Heartbreakers,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah,
Bill,
she's-
you're getting my
Cabin in the
affections
Woods.
back,
She's the
though.
director.
Heartbreakers.
You're losing Wally. You're losing so many.
message.
All right, all
I'm
right.
Dory.
I was just thinking, oh fuck. I should have. Yeah, I forgot she's in Finding Dory too. I've only seen half of Finding Dory because when I went and I walked into the wrong theater. So when I walked into the theater, all the fish were out of
Galaxy
water.
Quest. You gave up Galaxy Quest as well.
I was just going to say
Galaxy
that.
Quest. Oh my god, you
You
gave
did.
up Galaxy Quest.
You
Yeah,
did.
maybe I
Holy
fucked up.
shit.
But
No.
I mean, she's
Strike
also
maybe
in
from
fucking
that sentence.
Paul, guys. So like,
Yeah, but,
Okay.
like,
What's
and
that
Baby
have to do with
Mama.
anything?
so
134.
like,
I don't know,
Chuck,
man.
I don't
couldn't-
care. Maybe
I
because I
could never
can't
lose
say her
Cabin
name.
in the
She has a
Woods.
difficult name. But yeah, the only films I really like of hers though are Aliens, and Cabin in the Woods. She's not really a main character in the Cabin in the Woods, is she? I can't remember.
No, but you lose the
She's in
entire
it.
movie.
You lose the film. She's in it. You lose the film.
Wait, that means you don't like Ghostbusters? Or
I'm not
Working
the
Girl?
biggest Ghostbuster.
What?
fan, really.
What?
I
I've
don't
actually
really
never
care
seen
for
it.
Here's just a list of other things that you're gonna be losing. Are you ready for it? You're gonna lose Galaxy Quest. You're gonna lose the Ice Storm. You're gonna lose Copycat. You're losing
Dave, Holes.
Okay, I
Hole.
forgot about Holes too. Fuck.
Annie Hall.
You know what?
I don't. There were some people. Working Girl.
Working
You're
Girl is good,
losing so much.
I gave
yeah.
you the chance to switch. I gave you the chance to switch.
And that's
you
what I
said
was
no.
gonna do, but you know what? I'm gonna stick my ground because my other two picks are my ride or dies. I can't talk right now because I really could have fucked up with this choice, but
It's all good. Does anybody else have no one else has Sigourney Weaver at their number 3? It's not happening. So we're just gonna move on from that. And Bill, can you finish this out? Process of elimination. Who's your number 3?
ATJ.
Yes.
That's where I put her. Yeah. I mean,
I like
she's
TJ.
fine. I enjoy her work. No offense to Playmobil, the movie. But
What?
yeah, look, Google it. It's fine. So no, she's fantastic, but like she has like 8 films right now. So that's why but there's the
But whereas everyone else's
so just
filmography, I feel
there's
like
the witch, and then I can't show you where Scream ends up because my hand only goes so far. So there's that.
I feel like the thing about Anya Taylor-Joy though, and like Amarusa was saying, like all the rest of these people, like they're either at the end of the careers or they're like Neve, they don't only come out for certain things. Whereas Anya Taylor-Joy is like clearly gonna be a star. It's like you're killing all the future movies that she's gonna like kill in.
Yeah,
And-
I'm sure,
Yeah, it is
and this
good
could
for
be the in
but-
3 years. This could be different. So.
This is the reason I was this close to having Anya as my number 2 and switching it out. I was very much considering, as much as I love Queen's Gambit, I'm hoping Last Night in Soho is great. I really love Split. I didn't hate Glass, but Anya still ended up being my
Well,
number
Glass
3.
wasn't her fault. So
No.
Yeah,
but,
the witch.
yeah.
I've never seen The Witch. Again,
Uh-huh.
horror's not my
oh,
dad.
the witch will fuck your mind.
So
Yeah.
those things didn't really sway me too much. To tell you the truth, the horror aspects of it made a couple of these ladies go down in my peg because I am not a fan. I don't watch them. I watch some of them and I'm like, nah,
Real.
I'm good.
Real.
I don't need them.
Real.
Yes.
Who hurt you?
Who made you
Michael Myers.
That would be the man who raised me, who also doesn't like horror films as well. So he actually didn't hurt me. He saved me from a lot of movies. But Melissa, are you with us in Anya Taylor-Joy as your number 3?
I had her as my number 4.
Oh, you got Jamie. So who's still left? Somebody's left. Does anybody else have Anya Taylor-Joy as their number 3?
No.
Okay, then I think we got everybody. It's me and you, Bill. I like Anya a lot. And she's actually, as he said, who hurt me is our father.
Okay, fair enough. Although I do want to share my favorite.
You guys are losing with Furiosa, the upcoming Furiosa movie. Just saying.
That's another thing I'm going to. I will tell you, I didn't like Mad Max Fury Road the first time I watched it.
Didn't love it either.
I thought it was overhyped. And then I started to get
these things haven't happened yet. Like
Last
Night in Soho could be a pile of shit. We don't know.
Sure, I guess we could bank on Edgar Wright
could.
movies sucking now if you want to play that game.
I don't know, so I'm not really. I haven't seen a whole lot of his stuff, so I don't know. So I'm a bad movie person. I don't know, but I will. I do want to share this, and then I swear, the greatest review I ever read for Split was on Letterboxd, and this was a 5-star review, and it read, Anya Taylor-Joy looked at the camera and said, "Pee on yourself," and I think I did it.
That's great.
With that wonderful line, we're going to go to everybody's top 2. So me, Janine, and Bill all have Jamie Lee Curtis and Sigourney Weaver as our top 2. Melissa has Neve Campbell and Sigourney Weaver. Video Drew has Anya Taylor-Joy and Sigourney Weaver as her top 2, and Paige is doing something.
Paige is doing something.
Something, which includes Jamie Lee and Neve Campbell. So with that, we're just going to get into it. The numbers for who was saved by how many people. 4 people saved Sigourney Weaver. 1 person saved Jamie Lee Curtis, and 1 person, we all probably know who that is, saved Neve Campbell. And since this is now in groups, 2 people are on an island, but you're both on an island, so you're just going to have to fight over everybody. This is who saved who. Me, Janine, Video Drew, and Melissa saved Sigourney Weaver. Bill saved Jamie Lee Curtis, and Neve saved Paige. I don't give a damn about Halloween in any way, shape, or form. That's why Anya almost always got her. Scream, I saw it once, don't need to see it again. And the other things that Sigourney Weaver is in, on top of Aliens being the best Alien movie, then Alien coming next, and then Resurrection being a hell of a lot of fun, there's no way Sigourney is not my number 1.
Wait, can I change mine?
Wait, so can I say what my number 1 was?
Neve. You have Neve.
Yeah, Neve was my number 1.
There's a ticker.
Ticker down there. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Screw all you guys. Scream is awesome. I don't know. I seriously don't know what I would do if I didn't have the Scream. Like,
oh my God, don't tease me with a good time.
Okay, 1 and 4 are great. 2 is all right. 3 is, but it's got some nice moments in it. But like, I could never, I don't know what I would be lost in life without Scream.
I mean, fair. That's fair. Like a lot of my high school diaries just talking about how much I love the movie Scream.
Yeah. And then you got Wild Thing.
No, stop mentioning Wild Thing.
And The Craft. What?
You keep going back to that. I don't need to see Kevin Bacon's dick ever again.
Why not? Like,
no one wants to see Kevin Bacon's bacon again. I think we can.
Yeah. No one not named Hero Sedgwick. Like that's it. So.
No. But like you would have Galaxy Quest. You would have 2 Pixar films. Two really good Pixar films. You would have one of the best horror franchises that actually works. Well, at least 3 of them. That's why I don't like horror, because sometimes they just go downhill. But still, Sigourney is so good. She's so good. And
what was hard for me was it was either like Jamie, whatever's gonna change was put Jamie Lee first, because
I
I
feel like what was
do.
hard for you was not Googling her IMDb before picking
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, that was the issue.
Oh yeah, I just did. I was just like, which movies do I like the best? Like, I just saw the main films right off the bat. I think was what it was, instead of going into like in depth of it all. But
So you were faced with, okay, Galaxy Quest is fine and Ghostbusters is okay, but you know what I want to keep around? 3 to Tango.
Yeah, Working Girl. I really need Working Girl back in my life.
So
Again, Skyscraper. It's great.
Guys,
Yes.
okay, yes, okay. That's why I was gonna change Jamie Lee to number 1 because yes, we got Skyscraper, and then whatever else I don't even know. Hallmark movies. I don't even know.
I just
But-
wanted to see The Rock be charming.
Hey, if you love Scream, you love Scream. I always go back to the fact that in the very first episode, I didn't say Denzel Washington only based off Inception, because Inception is amazing. I still question that every day, but it's fine. It is fine. But
Shit
everybody else,
happens, guys.
why do you have Jamie Lee? Everybody else, why do you have Sigourney? Why is Paige wrong?
Yeah, what? Everyone has Sigourney. You guys are like,
She has
Yeah,
the,
because
she
he
has
looked
the
at her
most.
IMDb.
Yeah, she has the most diverse words. I feel
Yeah,
like.
sci-fi,
okay, I didn't go into
fantasy, comedy, drama. Yeah,
Honestly,
she does
she's a badass.
everything.
I went with Sigourney just because, like, if I was going to lose Scream, which was like a fundamental movie for me growing up, I was not going to lose Cabin in the Woods, which I feel like is the next generation of Scream in terms of like meta commentary on horror movie tropes. And I mean, I just like Cabin in the Woods kind of, I guess, supplanted Scream in a lot of ways for me. So but I don't like doubt Scream's legacy. But like Cabin in the Woods, just as a standalone commentary, is just so great. It like opens the world up for so much like supernatural SCP style world building that I like couldn't lose Sigourney. And she's only a small part of the movie, but like her cameo is important, and there's like a reason that she's cast as the director. It's because like she's such an iconic horror queen.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
For me, I could not give up Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters hit me at a very important time in my childhood where I was intrigued by horror, but I was too afraid of it. And Ghostbusters kind of opened that door for me. And again, with representation, like seeing a character like Winston was super special for me as a little kid. And hearing my name in a movie for the first time was super special. So I could not give up Ghostbusters for anything on this planet. So
I honestly thought Jamie Lee was gonna win it because she was the Scream Queen back in the day.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but like
She was
that's the
close.
thing about
She was
Sigourney. I
close.
don't think Sigourney is either a final girl or a Scream Queen, considering she was not a girl when she was an alien. She's like a woman, and I feel like that's where I start getting like I feel like
frustrated with the
Yeah,
term.
that's so
I'm like,
true.
she's not a girl, and she also doesn't scream that much. Like that's not her thing. Like her thing is like just being a badass.
I always said if I was in a horror movie, I'd like to think I would be a final girl because I think I could make it far because I've seen a lot of horror movies. But if they ever asked me to scream, it just would not work.
Oh, I
It sounds
sound
like
so
a-
loud.
Well, I sound like I have a raspy voice, so I just feel like it would sound like a man like stubbing his toe or something. So like they wouldn't want me. They'd have to dub over like me screaming. So
Well, considering Paige, let's put it this way: when we put the most like pivotal female characters of all time list, we came between Sarah Connor and Ripley. So like you're just saying that like one of the two people that, by your own admission, is one of the most important female characters in movie history is now gone.
I know I kind of fucked this list up.
Hey, but
But I wasn't gonna lose Scream or Halloween.
You love
I'm
Scream
sorry,
and you
guys.
like Scream 4. It's really comparing it to Alien and Aliens, because the other ones or whatever, even though they're fun. So it's up to, even though out of all of these horror franchises, Alien is definitely the best. So I'm sorry, Bill. Halloween can do whatever it's doing.
All right.
We can
Speaking
go.
of
And whatever it's
yelling
doing,
at
it's currently
everybody.
making its choices. It
You know
licking
what?
its own bed.
I
It's licking
stand
its
with the
grave.
Halloween choices.
I will tag
I
in
like
and give
Halloween
Paige
Kills.
like a break
Woo
because
you all.
everybody's ragging on her, so everyone can rag on me instead because I'm kind of used to that. It's my lot in life. So just up front, I am an Alien 3 apologist. That is my personal favorite. I know, again,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
so
two, yeah.
used to being alone. Charles S. Dutton fist fights a xenomorph. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ever.
Yeah.
Like, he
Charles
went out
danced.
like
Charles
a
danced.
champion, as
Getting
he
laid.
should. Anyway, it really did come down to Halloween for me. I adore a lot of those movies. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that they're all solid films, just so we're clear. But like, being a huge horror fan, I mean, and especially with slasher horror, like I wouldn't have it if it weren't for Halloween. And just yes, I thought I was the only person that remembered that show.
I remember Rock.
Oh God. Anyway, I'm sorry. That just so many memories came flood back from that. But and Halloween, as shown by history, does not work without Jamie Lee. So I will throw a plug to a show I watched. There's a channel called 616 Entertainment. And the guy did a retrospective of the entire Halloween series. It's like over 3 or 4 parts, and it's like 4 hours long. It's a lot, but he really goes through all the films. And if I've learned anything from going through all that, it's those series hit their high marks when Jamie Lee was there. And to borrow a wrestling term, Michael Myers is not the draw Laurie Strode is, because all the best ones that have made the most money have all involved her or her return or her coming back. Especially with 2018 with H2O. Granted, they shit all over it in Resurrection. And the best part is she knows that was shit. She took an insane payday, but said, you can only keep me for 30 seconds of film. So, because she knew it was bad. And she's like, I want to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible.
I believe it's because the Miramax made her sign a 3-picture deal in order to even have H2O.
Yeah,
so
but she just knew, like, reading the scripts, it was like, this is dog shit awful. In all interviews, she's like, this film is dog shit awful. And
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's hard for me to love a franchise when Resurrection is mostly like a black cast. I mean,
but it's so bad.
Dude.
Scream 2 as well. Scream 2 had the most black people of any Scream movie, so I always appreciate it for that.
Not just like the most black people of the franchise. I'm saying the majority of the cast of Resurrection is black.
Also, one of my favorite movies of the last couple of years was Knives Out. I don't want to lose that. That movie's just so great. I love it.
Oh fuck! See, I forget this is what I mean. I just thought of like their horror movies, kind of in a sense. More.
And just so I will tell on myself a little bit. If you ever want to see me cry like a little kid with a skinned knee, you make me watch My Girl every time.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Without fail.
We don't bring up My Girl because I missed that in the free for all. So shame on you.
Shame on me. I am in touch with my emotions, and my emotions run deep. When he forgets his glasses.
Yeah, I think what I'm saying about like Knives Out and like Escape from New York. I mean, if we want to do uncredited, Sigourney was in Annie Hall, and again, I get that people feel different ways about that movie now, but like that is still one of the like fundamentally like wonderful, greatest like commentaries on the rom-com genre.
Yeah.
So even if Woody Allen is a horrifying creep, and we just don't talk about it anymore, like I can't lose Annie Hall. So
yeah,
I also think that like, looking at Anya Taylor-Joy stuff, I'm not going to lose the yet to be, what's it called? The Untitled David O. Russell project or the Untitled Illumination Entertainment project. We don't know what that could be. Like that could be something amazing. Princess Peach. So it's gonna be the Mario movie. I'm not losing that future Mario movie.
Jesus Christ, dude!
I saw what happened the last time we made a Mario movie.
Yeah. Don't you trash that.
I love that last
Mario,
Luigi
Mario, or G's, and I love them. Hilarious.
I'm not losing out on the cultural moment that will be that Mario movie.
Jamie was really close for me because, again, I had mentioned Knives Out, but Trading Places is one of the funniest comedies of all time. However, I have not seen it in a long time. So, like, I'm kind of just like, all right, well, if I haven't seen it, I don't need to see it anymore. It's in my brain. Melissa, you also, Anthony, both of you also had Sigourney. Why did you two save Sigourney Weaver?
I mean, those Activia commercials had me on the fence, but
that's totally fair.
Yes, Trading Places is an amazing comedy. She's done comedy really well, and just kind of being that iconic horror queen. I just love her in everything she's in. True Lies is one of my favorites as well. She can be like sexy, she can be badass, she can be serious, she can be very relatable. She's always very relatable in things. So I mean, she was amazing. So it was definitely tough, but yeah, I couldn't live without Ghostbusters. So she was this close. She was this close.
Does this mean that either way we're losing that movie? Like, isn't it called like You Again or something? Where like her?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Like,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we're losing You Again no matter what, because that's the one with Jamie Lee and
and Sigourney.
Yeah.
No, if you keep Sigourney, you keep anything that any of the other three are in. So you keep
that would be Jamie Lee's first credit.
Yay.
I was gonna say, I think Sigourney and Anya are both in the Dark Crystal.
They both are in the Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah, in the show. Yep.
So you get to keep that if if you're keeping something that's shared with another one, you get to keep that as well because you're.
I get to keep. That means I get to keep all of the Planet Earth docuseries. You guys are all losing that if you do.
Also, congratulations, because since you guys saved Sigourney, not only are you saving Baby Mama, and Abduction, you guys got to keep. Classic. You guys got to keep Chappie. Congratulations, all around on those.
Yep.
I've never
got
seen
Galaxy Quest.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, but I also
got Exodus Johnson.
It's actually the underrated
happened in the 2010s?
Forget about.
Oh,
You guys are crazy for not liking. What? I
love Scream. That's why I had her as number 2. And like, I don't even think I really should have had Neve as number 2, but it was because of Scream.
I get it, but no matter what, and to me, she's a true final girl. That mother trucker survived Ghostface how many times? Exactly 4, soon to be 5.
Exactly 4. Shit, like all of them. She has never done.
Okay, I know her other films do suck, but she's a final girl in my eyes and forever will be. By the way, Drew, I like your jacket, but how are your doggies?
I just got it
because her doggies don't like me for some reason, and all dogs love me. So very offended.
No, my dogs are horrible. Like I love them so much, but they are so
they're like
bad.
afraid of me.
I need to take them to like training class or something. They will not shut up around people. Like they just bark constantly. They're little bastards. So don't
all the puppy talk before the show was just continuous. Melissa, real quick, any your final thoughts on why you kept Sigourney and just this list in general?
Again, overall, I just felt like she has the most variety in her work. Like she can do comedy, she's done horror, she's done rom-coms, she's done kind of a little bit of everything. So I was just kind of thinking in my mindset of like, if I could only have one of these actresses' movies forever, I'd rather have variety. So that's why I chose her.
Bill, your final thoughts? Why you have Jamie Lee and everybody else and where they were?
Scream sucks.
All that needs to be said.
That. I don't need to say anything else.
There you go, Janine.
Yeah, Ghostbusters means a lot to me. Galaxy Quest is amazing. Aliens is great, so couldn't lose any of those. Jamie was really close. She has a really great diverse filmography as well. The Scream means so much to me, so that's why Neve just didn't make that last spot. And Anya, she's an amazing actress, but there's nothing there that I would miss as much as some of these other actresses' films. So it was tough.
Video Drew, your final thoughts.
I mean, if I could go back and like save Scream, like you can't save like 2. So like, yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I was always going to lose Scream, and it sucks, but that's like the price of growing up, is choosing Cabin in the Woods over Scream.
That is what it's like to grow up, guys.
That's what adulthood means, man. It means moving up and moving on. But then again, I might see the new Scream and feel very differently because that movie is going to be dope.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Really is. And Paige, just for you, you've been fighting all day.
All right, guys.
Why do you have that? And your list in general.
All right. So Scream, you guys are all making my mind go wild. I can't even talk right now. Scream, best horror film of all time. It changed the genre for us all.
Oh God.
Yes, maybe Jamie Lee Curtis should have been my number 1 because Halloween is also one of the greatest slasher movies of all time. And yeah, she does have a wide variety of filmography. Maybe I didn't put some of that into consideration, but I don't care because I'm never going to lose Scream. When in doubt, always choose Scream. Now get me off camera, please.
Okay, God,
nonsense.
Love you so much. I'll finish this off real quick. Being the non-horror person, I try to keep myself in the back. Halloween can go. Scream can go. Anya doesn't have enough. It's Sigourney. It's Sigourney. Front and back. Alien and Aliens are just classic movies. But I am not.
That's another one. Yeah, Be Kind Rewind. That's solid.
Be Kind Rewind. But again, I had to get these experts on screen to tell me why I'm wrong about all of that. And I thank them so much for coming on. Before we leave, just real quick recap.
Wow.
Imagine that Sigourney's going for Bill. he kept Jamie Lee, Paige kept Neve, and then me, Janine, Melissa. Thank you so much. And if you don't know, I'm reminding you again, this Friday, the Skybound X Girl exhibition match between Janine and Video Drew is coming out this Friday. I was there in person, and it is a amazing match. Please go see it. And as always, at the end of my show, got to get to the riddle for next week. If you watched the last episode, you saw it before, but I'm going to bring it back because it has been a while. So here is the riddle and the clues for next week. Riddle for next episode. This week, we talked about singing in the rain, but there's a lot of people who just can't stand the rain. While others, they want to say, give me some more. They see it, they stand up, they roll out, and they just say, give me the rain, put it where my eyes can see. While others are still going to be like, why would you want to go and do that? You can live your life. You can get your freak on out there, out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
End. No,
it's
we're still
okay.
here because the spinning wheel of death is just going and going.